Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to get started with our first episode on Java Bukkit coding series. So firstly, of course, we're going to learn what is Java and what methods or variables we use in the language. So of course, we're going to get started with some variables. Knowing variables is very important. For example, floats, right here, double, bytes, shorts, long, ints. The ones we usually learn the most is int. And we sometimes use double for decimals and stuff. Double is usually like you could go like divide by 2 or stuff. It's math related, but of course I learned how to code on oracle.com javac/tutorial. I suggest that if you don't understand my lessons fully, you could just get started and Java Hello World application, stuff like that. Sometimes I use NetBeans. It is very good. Microsoft Windows. It provides you with a ton of stuff. So of course, be sure to check this out. I'll leave it in the description for you guys. And yeah, so today we'll be using something called IntelliJ, and it's just from, of course, the same thing, sort of JetBeans. So I'm using the free version or community version, and it provides you with Java, Kotlin, Groovy, Scala for Android use, Maven, Gradle, SBT. It provides you with Git. If you don't know what Git is, it's like github.com. This is my GitHub page, and you can like upload stuff and like, whoa, what's this? And then stuff like that. So it's really interesting, although it doesn't provide you with any database tools or MySQL. So I would for sure suggest Eclipse. I'd say Eclipse downloads. Let me take a look. Yeah, I'd suggest Eclipse IDE for Java EE developers. I have a Mac, so I'd be sure to be downloading the 64-bit. I sometimes use Eclipse, but I'm not so keen on the system, so I tend to stick with IntelliJ, sorry. On my other computer, I use the full version, so I have MySQL, all these stuff which is provided here, and all of this is so useful for like making a database system, anything to help benefits your plugin, to make it expertise. So I'm sorry for mumbling off. We're going to get started on the Java tutorial right now. So we're going to be learning about the float, and of course float is 32 bits, so like computers are usually 30. Windows computers I think are 32, and my computer, which is Mac, is 64-bit. I sometimes use double a lot. It is usually double of a number, so like it could be decimals, like 6.2344, blah 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 blah, stuff like that. And yeah, it's nothing too interesting. I'll get more in depth later in this episode. And then of course this bytes. So it says 0 to 126. You'll be wondering, why such a high number? Well, if you go really in depth in your Java coding, it would be like you could go up to like 126,000, like 126 letters, but that's only if you like go really far in depth. Sometimes people use it for hacking or stuff like that. Or maybe there's a view page source. Let me take a look. Alright, they don't have too much stuff. See, so this is using double right here. They have decimals and they have numbers and stuff. It's usually not for the products or for like the scripts of the plugin. It's usually just for learning, like it's mainly numbers. Java, of course, math. Just know math. Greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal, or less than, equal to, percentage of a number, or equal to, which is just equal. And you'd be maybe like, why isn't it only 1? Why does it have to be 2? Well, this would be like, for example, let me, in fact, go int, let's go I am Java node is equal to like cheesy create class. So it's asking me to make a field. I don't want to really make anything really. It wouldn't be too much fun, so I'll just name it giraffe. Alright, okay, move initialize. There we go. So you see how it says it's I am a Java node, and then you could of course do string. So string would be like the integer, or this stands for integer, the name of the integer, which is here, with the value of like a number. It could be like 2016, 2015, anything. So you see how there's nothing. So like integers are just like methods which you use for understanding one thing to another thing, and it's usually through numbers, never through letters. For letters, I would suggest you using string. So the name, oi dude is equal to like hi, my name is Jake. Stuff like that would be when you use strings. So you see how there's no numbers, and if I do numbers, it might come up with a mistake. No, it doesn't. So strings is just like shortened version of methods which you could use. I'll get more in depth in that in the later episodes, but integers are what I'm gonna mainly focus on this episode. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make an integer named I like cheese so much, and it is equal to the number of, let's say there's 36 to 23 chunks of cheese, you can say. You may be wondering why am I using a lowercase letter at the start of this. Is because when the console or your class is red, it will be like if you can have it, but it doesn't show as incorrect. But I don't suggest it being that. It can show up as a full statement and sort of fact-based towards the entities of the arguments. So I wouldn't really suggest you using capitals here because it may screw up your code. But sorry, I'm getting off topic again. So of course, integer, the name of the integer, which is I like cheese so much, and the quantity or the value, which is 23. So to make it in a string argument, you go string Java let's name it I like cheese so much is equal to let's go pie. So it is showing I like pie so much. I love pie. Okay, so of course string I like pie so much. You see how I had an error right here? Let me just command copy, command V. You see how it's underlined? It's because I can't use the arguments twice in a row, so I would have to keep it to a different name for it. So integer I like cheese, and then string I like pie so much. You can change it around if you want. Let me command copy, and then I'll paste that down. See, I just changed it up. So it's nothing too serious, but I guess I'm gonna have to wind up this episode now. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you guys a test at the end of every single topic, and I'm gonna see if you guys could write down what I'm asking for. So what I'm gonna ask for you to do for homework, and I'll reveal the answers next at the start of next episode. So what I'm gonna say is here's the topic. I'm gonna make you do an integer, which is named can't stop the Trump, with a value of 2016. And you can also make a string. Let's go string of China and it is equal to Donald Trump. Okay, guys, so again, make an integer named can't stop the Trump with a value of 2016, and make a string named China with a value of Donald Trump. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching my first episode of Java coding. There will be for sure be future episodes of Java Bukkit coding. I'm just teaching you guys the main values of how to understand the Java language before we get more in depth of making plugins itself. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and stay golden.